Yo, Joe!
Hello everyone and welcome to another figure review. Before I start talking and taking the stage here, a few words from our friends, the Crickets. Alright, I don't think they have much to say, but welcome to another classified figure review. We got Shipwreck. Hasbro polls. I'm so upset because they did not ship all the wave together, and I'm not sure why. They're just sending them individually with no shipping notifications. I got emails that certain figures were charged, and luckily they were all from this wave, but no shipping notification or anything like that, which is a real bummer because I have no idea when they'll arrive, so I'm just on the lookout for the mailman. But Shipwreck here is the first one to arrive for me, and I'm assuming later this week I will receive the others. But that being said, let's take a close look at this packaging here. Now, as always, they have little Easter eggs. This time, this bike here, he is on the submarine, which I assume he is alongside with Torpedo. And then you have some weird sort of mounted side there on the side. The reason I say he's something like Torpedo, this is my brother's, so, maybe I'll use it to review, but, I might as well just wait for the rest of the packages to arrive. But, as you can see, Torpedo is also on a submarine kind of vehicle there, and so is Shipwreck. The bicycle is a reference to, I guess, what are they called? Infomercials or something like that.
Borrow it? No, that's stealing. I'll ask for permission later.
Uh-oh. Looks like you're asking for trouble now.
Shipwreck!
How would you like it if someone took your bike?
I wouldn't.
And if you get caught?
I'd definitely end up in trouble.
Remember, taking something that isn't yours just isn't right.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I.Joe!
But yeah, we get the cool classified info here at the bottom. Nice portrait of Shipwreck there, yelling, screaming, with Polly the parrot, who is female, in case you guys want to know that information. But there he is on the side, number 70 on the line. And yeah, I like the art, very cool. You get the accessories there, classified at the top, and then the back, a little bit of what the figure looks like, the accessories, these little windows show off Polly there, and the different head sculpt, not head sculpt, but hairpiece attached to his head. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As you saw, I already did remove this, and this is pretty interesting. They have a cardboard piece protecting the top of his head. There's the figure, and then of course we get a cool black and white portrait in there. And then we do get the sort of container here, number 70 Shipwreck, G.I.Joe star there, handle there. And so yeah, very cool. And inside we should have a baggie with the accessories with that cool G.I.Joe and Cobra logos on there. Now in terms of accessories, we do get a fair amount. Starting out with the headpieces. We get his full, kind of hairstyle going on, pretty big bunch of hair there. And then you can see how that inserts into the head sculpt. And then we have one with his sailor hat, very cool looking. I still don't know which one I'm gonna go with, either the all hair or the sailor hat. And then we have a grapple hook here, kind of grapple hook, I think it's called. No rope, but it's easy to just find something and put it on there. So no issue there. It is painted in this nice silver. And yeah, there's not much other than small minor details in there. We do have the rope, which is very cool, nicely sculpted. It's very nice and pliable, flexible. And it does have a little hook here, so I'll show that off once we get to accessory storage, and then yeah, you get a hole there for our next accessory here, or companion pet. Big truck passing by. Here we go. We have his pet or partner here, friend, Polly the parrot, and it is nicely sculpted. I really love this bird. I mean, I love birds in general, but yeah, this was very, very nicely sculpted. The blue there, kind of off center. Yeah, this is too much to his left, her left, but the eyes are painted very nicely. Appreciated, very appreciated. And yeah, nice feather work. And then she does have sort of a stick leg, and then, you know, her regular foot. But yeah, very cool. She has these different highlights on the feathers, which is very nice. Very cool little accessory. But that's enough of that. These two weapons here, I'll leave this one for last. But these have some very nice engravings on them, although they give you no tactical advantage whatsoever. But you can see, like, it gives sort of a chain or rope wrapping around throughout the rail of the gun. And then you get to the handle where you have a little anchor, and I believe it's the same on this side. So yeah, very cool. And there's no porthole for any sort of blast effects unless you have the Valiverse ones, which go over the barrel. If I can find them, I'll display that after. And then we have this sort of double-barreled flintlock pistol. And yeah, this one also has some cool detail in there, and it's painted in silver, which is very nice. And this side sort of has engravings on there as well. And then you do get a little bit of rope here for some storage action. This does not cock forward or back, it's just sculpted that way. Very cool. It does have two holes in there, but they're very what's called very shallow, so yeah, blast effects won't fit on there either. But yeah, those are the accessories that we get with Shipwreck here. Let's move on to the figure itself, just to show you guys what I mean with the Valiverse blast effects. Yeah, you can see this one goes over the barrel here, but even then it's kind of loose, but it works for it, kind of. Yeah, it's still very loose, so yeah, just an option out there. You don't have to use that. There's plenty other blast effects that you can use. Now, the figure itself, I am very impressed with how loose everything is, but not to a point where it's falling apart. Head is on the double dumbbell joints, so up to the neck and the bottom here of the neck, so you can get some good rotation out of everything, and some good tilt, some good down, and some good, well, without popping off the hairpiece, some good up. So yeah, very nice articulation. His arms will go out about that much. He does have the bicep swivel, which are not showing any sort of gap, which I really love. More of this Hasbro, please. Maybe a little bit on this side, as you can see there, but this side, pretty fluid. I mean, of course, if you force it, but yeah, you get your butterfly joint there, double jointed arms. You do get vertical hinges on both hands. Yep, both hands. Crunch forward and crunch back. You get your waist swivel, and the hairpiece is gonna fall off. Your waist swivel, you do get some good kick up, and then of course there are drop down hips, so you can kick even further up. Yeah, that's the smoothest I've seen in terms of the hip joints in Classified. You do get the upper thigh cut there. You do get double jointed knees, very nice. And then you do get no boot swivel, but there is technically a boot swivel down here, so you can swivel it there, and then you still get the hinge going back, forward, so back about that much, forward, and then you still get the ankle pivot. I don't think I would have minded them having a cut here, just for it to work better as a swivel for the foot, but this also works. I mean, you can't really get much of a swivel in there because of the pant sculpt. It just kind of runs into the pants, so it's a bit unfortunate, but it works for what it is. That being said, he looks a bit odd without his hairpiece, so let's put it back on. He is my least anticipated figure for this wave. I mean, next to Bazooka, because Bazooka's a repaint. But there's something about the head sculpt that I was unsure of. He did look a bit odd, and having it in hand, he is not as odd looking. Maybe on camera he still is, but for me in person, it's not bad. I think the forehead, the big forehead, kind of throws me off a bit. But yeah, that is a very cool expression, sort of stern. I don't think the camera is picking up what I'm looking at, but yeah, he looks very cool. There's another aspect which I didn't like, and that was the chest hair. Yeah, it's not the greatest, and they could have done better. Maybe actually sculpt the hairs if that was a possibility. But yeah, it does look kind of off. It just kind of feels lazy in a way. And then you do have a new sort of belt piece overlay, and I mean new pants in general. That's a new sculpt and new shoes or boots, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, there's that, the new pants, which I dig the pants, and you know, we now have sort of blue denim pants so we can customize other Joes and have them in these sort of pants. We then have his buckle there, very nice. Another anchor, very lovely. You get a pouch here, it is sort of glued on this side. You get some more detailing there on the pants. And then you get a holster for the flintlock, and then another pouch and hook here for another of his accessories. He does have this sort of wear on the pants, which is very nice. You get a holster for his pistol, and some more of that sort of wear on the pants slightly on this one. The blues don't match from this plastic to this one, but honestly, it's better than other Joes that we've seen. On camera, I don't know, it looks pretty much the same, but in person there is a difference. And then we do have some new tattoos here. Another anchor with a sort of serpent, snake. And then on this shoulder, we do have an eagle with a sort of trident, and then, you know, their rank on there, and same on this side. And then we do get a cool shark on this side with the harpoon going through it. And that's about it for tattoos. And that's about it for the figure. Taking a close look at him with the sailor hat. Looks pretty good too. We don't have that big forehead there. But I will say mine does have white paint sort of splotched onto the hair, which is a bit unfortunate, but I think I'll go with the all hair and forehead look. And to quickly go through, you know, weapon storage, we have this sort of rope here, and I believe this is going to go over his head and onto his shoulder as so. Forgot to mention he does have a hole here where you can plug in Polly the parrot, and you know, that works very well if you want to get some cool shots of him looking at his bird. And the rope itself has a hole in there where Polly can sit there on his shoulder, and that, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Looks very nice. We do have his grapple hook, and this, I believe, will go onto this hook here because, you know, that's supposed to be the rope for the anchor there. And then we do have his pistol and holster, so there that goes. And then we do have his flintlock pistol, and I believe this goes in this way. Yep, that goes in that way, or maybe the other way. In case, I mean, I guess it depends on which way he's going to draw from. So if he's going to draw from his left, it goes that way. And if he's going to draw from his right, then yeah, it goes this way as such. Or you can use the rope and put it there. I mean, everything is interchangeable. You can remove that, put the grapple there if you want, or put the flintlock pistol on the back over here, which I don't know why you would do that, but I think I'll have it like this so that he can draw from his left like that, or from with his right hand as such, and I'll leave this on the back here. So yeah, very fun storage to have. One final thing for those who are looking for some sort of rope, The packaging itself kind of provides one. If you just take one of the little weird things that they come packaged with, and you should be able to, yep, there it goes. So you should be able to slide it in and then, you know, try and make a knot on this side once you've put it through. And I'll probably cut back when I eventually, nope, I got it on camera. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, you have your anchor and a piece of rope. So yeah, that's very beneficial, that packaging, to have that there. And then of course you can just have them hold it whichever way you want, displayed. It is all up to you. You of course could grab a sort of metal chain, a small metal chain, and attach it to it as well. But you know, everyone has different preferences. That's just an option I'm providing there. As I did mention, he was my least anticipated figure aside from Bazooka, but you know, here we have him next with Rock and Roll, from the same wave. In the States, we did get Rock and Roll very early. I do have a review on him already. But yeah, they look very cool together. He's certainly gonna stand out with the blue he has on compared to all of the Joe collection. And well, I guess that's gonna do it for this review. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Here we have one last shot at him. Very cool figure. I'm pleasantly surprised with it. The head sculpt wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. A lot of cool little details with them, especially with all the different engravings on his weapons. And I mean, the tattoos came out great. The belt buckle on him is also very cool. Polly the parrot, very cool little accessory, but a very well needed one because he is very famous for having his pet with him. That being said, again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a future video where maybe we'll take a look at Copperhead, Torpedo, or I think that's it for this wave. I will probably wait till Bazooka goes on sale and then buy him, but yeah, we also got Scrap Iron on the way. I'm waiting on that too. So plenty of G.I. Joe figures coming up, and I hope you guys subscribe so you can take a look at these reviews alongside with me. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in a future video.